number 6 scorer in the nation right now. Number 4 in the nation at 91% for that free throw strike. Number 3 in the nation at 4 3-point baskets a game. So that's what he brings to the table.
This is a kid for 40 minutes is a classic hard to guard.
His second leading scorer in the nation right now is Rashad Phillips, 26.3 per game.
About a player, or whether I think about draft status, or if I think if someone's a pro or not. And I thought Rashad was a pro.
Not able to get the ball down Midland.
That I'm talking from, that was the baddest dude that ever played basketball that I've seen with my own eyes.
Rashad wanted to play, you weren't stopping Rashad. Rashad would stop Rashad.
And I believe Isaiah Thomas was the GM. And Isaiah told Rashad he was the best guard in camp coming out of Chicago. Rashad, that I do know now, measures up to be one of the mentally toughest kids that we've ever had to deal with.
Dude is a pro. Dick Perserver3nce told me that myself.
Knocks it down. And look at this bounce. I mean, my goodness, you can't play the bounce, Jim Dykes. You got to stay off him and don't reach. He'll just embarrass you. An ankle breaker.
I came up with a move that I made really famous, and I used it a lot of times in college. I use it in high school and at the pro level as well. This was called, it's the RP3 crossover snatchback.
Limbs on the floor, 59-42. John Sunball and our entire ESPN crew.
In my 37 years of coaching, he may be the most talented player that never made it to the league.
Sometimes it doesn't. Phillips just blew by Stanley.
Again, weak side help. Non-existent.
Wants to go to New York.
No, I love it.
That is at 32, but give a lot of credit to Perry Watson and his.
People didn't see this. This is stuff that people don't see. The UAD stuff that people didn't see. In the gym, I would rebound from Rashad, and it was like a machine. I didn't even have to run and chase down the ball. It would just go through the nets.
That's another thing Rashad got from me. He take risks. He ain't afraid to venture into areas that he probably ain't supposed to be in. Rashad destroyed this dude. He had him stumbling on the floor. He was making moves. I mean, If you ever see footage of this game, you wouldn't believe some of the stuff he pulled off. The other coaches from the other teams was like, man, they got this little dude, and they was like dumbfounded that he wasn't starting.
Coming from the Palace in Auburn Hills, Michigan, it's Magic Round Ball Classic. 20 of the very best high school All-Americans right here this afternoon. And that's Kobe Bryant.
Well, I'll tell you, Kobe Bryant is 6'6". I watched him yesterday at practice. So impressive. The fast breaks in a game like this, Ron. There'll be a lot of transition back.
They get the steal. Rashad pushes it out, and he'll pull up and take the three and knocks it down.
I'll tell you, they're excited about getting him at Detroit Mercy.
Dakota with the bounce pass. Rips it home, and that got him up out of the seats. Hit some high fives.
Hey, Kobe Bryant.
To the NBA on the back burner. Bryant with the reverse.
I certainly would give the edge to the East based on the reputations of the Thomases and the Kobe Bryants. What a look.
Wall couldn't get the tip to go, and Phillips pushes it up.
I'll tell you, Phillips really can find the open man. There he is again. You're going to remember my little guy, and I can see why. This kid can play, and he has an enthusiasm.
Bale.
Hey, somebody better tell him he's an alternate. I mean, this guy's trying to be the star of stars. Hey, cool it, Mr. Phillips. Take it easy.
22-11.
Oh, nice little dish right there. Nice little dish by the little guy. Everybody loves the little guy. He's got a smile on his face. Hasn't been spoiled by a lot of the adulation. Look at the little guy. Look at the little guy. Hey, this little guy's going to be special in the Motor City. Rashad Phillips didn't even think he was going to play in the game last night. He not only plays in the game, he goes home with the big gold trophy, and he's the star of stars.
There's talent all over this country, but just like Rashad comes in, he was not even one of the regular guys. He wins the MVP in this ballgame. Were you a little surprised at some of the fellas that you had heard about, but you had not played with in this ballgame that impressed?
Well, I know all these players are here for a reason. Whether it's Rashad Phillips, he's here for a reason. He can play basketball. And I noticed that in practice he was out there playing. He wasn't backing down from anyone. I think this is a reality check for most of us. Guys who are America's guests are coming in here, and a guy like Rashad Phillips comes in and does work. I think that sends a great message to all these players to go back home and work on their basketball skills, because there's a lot of talent out there.
And just put the numbers down on paper.
They will see.
You just put the numbers down on paper and put other people's numbers down on paper.
Measure up.
They measure up, and his might stand out.
Rashad is the only point guard from Detroit that has ever had his number retired. And just think about that for a minute.